Hello and welcome to the channel. I am Dave, Gamers World resident magic expert, and I'm here to bring you another box opening. This time another very cool one, and one of my favorite sets I think is Modern Horizons. So Modern Horizons came out a couple years ago, and it's a fairly historic magic set because it's a set that printed a bunch of cards straight into Modern. These cards were way too powerful for Standard and gave a huge injection of power into that format, leading to multiple bans of certain decks and a way for Wizards to kind of give Modern players a bit more, because there was complaints that the format would stagnate and that there wasn't enough stuff coming out and Modern players didn't want to buy product. They didn't want to buy the new set. So they gave Modern players their own set to buy and open. And it was very successful. And this set is creeping up in price recently. You can find it for sale. We still have plenty of it on the website. That's gamersworld.ie. But I'm tempted to pick up a couple. I saved some packs, some historic boxes. And I think this is going to go up in price because, as you'll see as we go through the packs, I think basically every mythic is a hit. Like, there aren't mythics that miss in this set, and they've aged very well, and they've contributed in different formats or been really good in EDH. And that's what's nice about the set. I think there's a certain feel bad to paying a decent amount of money for a booster pack, hitting a mythic, which is in itself fairly hard to do, and it being worth €1. You know, that's not a lot of fun, but I don't think you'll experience it much in this set. And I think I'll show you. It's been a while. The last time I opened, I think, Modern Horizons packs was when we did singles for the store, which of course we will be hoping to do soon again for our customers. And that was a lot of fun. This set went down very well. We have a very big Modern night. Huge Modern contingent in Gamers World, who are all buying cards from this set. That's very satisfying, isn't it? The way these boxes are set up, this slides out like that. They really know how to package their premium products, I think. Though, weird retail information, this isn't great. I've dropped like half of a box before. I don't know why. Is it so it can get stored like this? I guess, like you cut it in half and store it somewhere. I don't know. It's kind of unique. I don't think other ones have done it. They've like been combined. What do you let me know in the chat why you think that's the case? Is that a retail thing? Consideration for us guys in retail? Let's get these packs out. Look at Urza staring out up at us there. That's the guy we want to open. Urza's been a fantastic card, I think. A lot of the other cards I think I don't like because they're troublesome. They hurt the format maybe more than they help the format. But Urza has been sweet, I think. And what's nice about this set is this set has some really notable commons and uncommons. And we're going to hit our first one here in Ephemerate. Ephemerate has seen play in multiple formats. Modern, it's seen play a little bit in Legacy at times. It sees play in Pauper. It sees play or saw play in Pauper. It sees plays in casual formats. It's just a hit. And it's nice to have some of them hidden away. Common and uncommon. Like we have the Cycle Lands here. Soul Herder seen a lot of play. And we got a Force of Despair as our rare. Seen a little bit of play. Not great. And a beautiful full art Snowland, which has become a lot more relevant now with Kaldheim out. Got a few requests already to see if Gamers World had any of these left. Get our tokens. I think in a post-COVID world, when we get to run some events, you guys will see me battling as well. And I'll probably try and sleeve up some full art snow-covered lands. Unearthed was a big game changer. It hasn't had as much impact as maybe people thought at first. But certainly a really nice card to have around, I think, in Modern. Again, at common in this set. Sling Gang, also been fantastic. And Altar of the Dementia obviously helped break the format in half with Hogak, but I don't want to blame that one on the Altar. This was a much needed reprint at the time. Very big casual money. Casual money sounds weird. Like I didn't care about the money. You know what I mean? Very big money for formats like EDH and like Commander. Reign of Revelation has also seen a little bit of play. Dismantling Blow, back in the day, huge. Scale Up, uncommon that made Infect, not completely different, but took a card out of Infect, the Delve Pump spell that people thought were just going to be around forever. Like, you wouldn't get an improvement on it, but we got basically a strict improvement for that deck in nearly every facet. Pashili Mons, I don't know if Pashilic, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Card again, sees play in Modern. If their goal was for cards to see play in Modern, which if you name your set Modern Horizons, it most certainly is, they have succeeded. Ooh, first foil, Snow-Covered Swamp. As I've said in the other videos, I recommend sleeving up your foils as soon as you get them, but we'll do that after the video. We won't waste your time watching me sleeve up unless the card is ludicrously expensive. Maybe if I crack a foil or that would have to hit the sleeve pretty fast. Ninjutsu made a comeback in this set and ended up being one of the best, I think, decks to have in Limited. Battle Screech, also an absurd card in Limited. Another Force, this time of Virtue, not the Force we're looking for. Another foil Snowland, we'll take them. Again, them being standard playable. Unfortunately, the best snow card of all time, that's in this set also, got itself banned in Astrolabe in the majority of formats, and probably pretty rightfully so, but it's a shame. It's made these snow decks a lot less playable, these Coatl decks. Cordial Vampire, not Captive Vampire. Great card. We're seeing I'm kind of breezing by them, but the art cards are so nice, and I think it was a really nice addition to this set. And they've done them in a bunch of sets since. Or a bunch, I think two sets since. Two's a bunch. Ooh, back-to-back Vamps. That's kind of rare. Don't see that too often. And again, there's just so many small things. Spore Frog has seen play. Oh, I remember Stream of Thoughts limited decks. Oh, so good. Ice-Eyed Golem has not seen play. Giver of Runes. Obviously a card based after Mother of Runes in Legacy, like the very old school card from Urza's, I think, originally. And they thought that card was a bit too good for Modern. And they didn't like the play patterns of Mother being able to defend itself. So they made Giver, who has been a great addition overall to the Modern format, making some company decks very playable. I'll get the cards that I absolutely hate. Foil token. Ooh. I'll get to some cards I absolutely hated from this set. I definitely won't go easy on it in that respect, but I think Giver of Runes was an A. It really hit it out of the park. I think an absolute fine card that would have probably been too powerful for a standard. Ooh. Lava Dart, again, all-star in the format. Card I don't like, but is probably absolutely fine to have in the format. The red Pyros decks don't interest me that much. You know, they're not a deck I enjoy playing. And the first sliver, and we're starting to roll with the mythics. As I said, a mythic that you might just think is fine, but this isn't cheap. This is a good card, and we're not going to find many misses. Who doesn't love a good sliver? When's a mythic sliver ever going to be cheap? You guys tell me in the comments if you think a mythic sliver will ever be cheap. Nothing great of note here. Spiteful Silver is fine. Again, never going to be angry having a nice silver. Ooh, full elephant token. Spiteful Silver hasn't done much though. If you have a silver commander, tell me if he's good enough for that, because I'm actually not sure. Sinkhole, also seeing a little bit of play. Doing 5 damage is not quite good enough sometimes anymore. And that's a silly thing to say, isn't it? It's a weird thing. Tranquil Ticket. Talismans have been great. I think the addition of the other talismans, the first coming around in Meriden, so it's nice to see them come back. Squirrel Nest is a fan favorite, and Nether Spirit's medium. That's a medium one. Not a great foil either. Not a great foil either. Yeah, that's a couple of, the Lightning Skelemental has been decent. Especially with Unearthed, there's some cool tier 2 decks, but those are a couple meh packs. They're going to happen, you know, when you're going to open 3 foil Urzas, you're going to have some mediocre packs in between, obviously. This is a card that originally I wasn't impressed with. I'm like, how can a triple blue card be influential in Modern? But again, a bit like Giver of Runes, this is an A+. This has just been really cool, and I think makes me think of Modern now. And I think it has cool play patterns as well. I don't think it's like abusive. Sometimes there's very good blue decks, and then this card will feel better, obviously, because it's the other cards are facilitating like broken things in blue. But at the moment, I think it feels pretty good. That we are in a waiting pattern for Modern Horizons 2 a little bit. There's been some bans, there's been some shakeups. Astrolabe, you deserve to get banned so bad. We're in kind of a waiting pattern, but Modern Horizons 2 is on the horizons, no pun intended. Sunbaked Canyon, I really like that they finished this cycle of cards. Again, great for each color to have access to and are not too powerful. That's so modern. We'll say it like that from now on. That's so modern. I think a reason these packs are going up in price as well, as you can see on places around the world, is that I think it's seeming less and less likely that they're just going to reprint a bunch of these cards. I don't think people like that. I don't think that's going to be in the new Modern Horizons. I don't think people are going to like that. They might reprint a couple because they don't feel they have another place to do it. But it means that the new Modern Horizons is probably going to have a bunch of new cards. And then when's the next time they'll get to reprint Urza? Or when's the next time they'll get to reprint the first sliver like we opened there? Probably not for a while, right? New Cisa. Still, I still like the old Cisa better. She's fine. She's fine. There's a lot of value at rare in the set as well. Like I just showed you the Sunbaked Canyon. It's just a modern staple. All those lands are great. There's so many rares that like are peaking over a fiver at the moment. There's so much value, I think, in the random boxes of this. And another reason, I guess the purest reason for this set to be going up so much in price recently is the cards inside are just worth more. This isn't, I think, a speculative thing, or I don't think it's people being scared that will run out. They did a pretty big print run of it. But I think the cards inside are just fantastic, and they're seeing more and more play. We will give our first complete down, though. This is like a 0 out of 10 card. Hogak the Arisen Necropolis. And that's not just because I missed out on buying a bunch of them like an idiot. This card is horrible. How could you not read this card and be like, this is broken beyond belief? This is one of those really weird preview season things where obviously people are very hyperbolic during preview season, and they'll shout stuff as busted, and there's a bit of that sensationalism and just excitement from people. But how could you read this and never think that a 2-mana 8/8 in any pretty much is just busted, and that all the cards around it just interacted with it so favorably in so many formats? This broke Legacy and Modern, was banned pretty sharpish. This card went from like a 50-cent rare to I think peaking at around somewhere between 10 and 15. I can't remember its exact peak before going back down. But there's Eldrazi Winter, which is notable in Modern as a dark phase of Modern when there was only one deck. Is a Hogak Summer it's referred to. It's like Hawk Girl Summer, Hogak Summer. Two great comments down the row. I think this set is also a set where I sold in the store the most commons and uncommons to people. And that's kind of nice. Again, the relevance in the common and uncommon slot is awesome. And we see 2 of them here. 2 more talismans and an Eldrami's Call. And another thing I think they did quite well in this set is the reprints from older sets feel nostalgic, they feel cool, and they're relevant. This card has seen play in Modern. Play but not broken. Seen play but is not busted. We're a bit beyond the halfway mark, and I want you guys to take a second, if you're still here, thank you very much, and give this video a like and subscribe. We're going to be doing plenty more opening videos, and we all know that if you like and subscribe, that gives us a big Urza energy, you know? It's the only way to get big Urza energy. You can't open a foil Urza. It's just a stone cold fact unless people are liking and subscribing to your YouTube videos. Yawgmoth, this is cool. He sees a little bit tier 2 play, really cool general, and just a nice historic figure to bring up. This is a great opportunity in Modern Horizons for them to go back to old planes like they did here and have cards that are not easy thematically to build into the Magic universe. Been a good box so far. Our mythics have been good, but again, it's almost impossible for your mythics not to be good in this set. pretty decent upside to buying the box. Smiling Helix, not seeing much play now, but was seeing play when it was originally printed. And another mythic, and another good mythic, in a card that I've never been able to pronounce. Morphon, I think is how it's pronounced. Morphon the Boundless. This was a really good spec at one stage where it was kind of low for what it was, considering, you know, Modern Horizon packs aren't cheap, and it's just obviously a great 5-color general. I know a lot of people who picked these up, and they're not that crazy. When people buy cards, you think, oh, you want them to go up by €50, but it was just a solid like $5, and now it's like more. It's like 10, 15, I think now. Ooh, only sandbar foil. Our token, of course. Very cool card as well. I think a nice card to print into the set. I think that's a big success. Oh, Astrolabe. I think that's a big success of this set as well, is the appeal to non-competitive players, because I think a big fear people had coming out was this was going to, and overall, as popular as Modern is, it's not like every person plays Modern. Like if you had a set that only appealed to that, then you wouldn't sell that much of the set. Pillage is a fantastic reprint, by the way. But this appealed, I think, to casual players. I think it appealed to draft aficionados. I think this is one of the best limited formats I played in years. And it appealed, of course, to modern players. Hall, fantastic card. This card sees play a little bit in Legacy. You get Shark Typhoons back. Who also thought that the joke card, basically Shark Typhoon, would have seen that much play, but the card I love. Crypt Rats, Pop All-Star at one stage. Also, I'm pretty sure it was a All-Star in its standard. And Torment, is it Torment? No, it's further back than Torment, right? Wild Blossoms sees a decent amount of play. Fiery Islet, fantastic. Great card. And Foil Sliver, worth more than any other foil. It makes all your other foils +1/+1, right? That slivers do. I like the bear team that was in this set. There's a lot of random bears, and that makes me smile. And I have no idea why. Wild Mongoose, Nimble Mongoose was also a cool card to have in the format. Shows this card used to be All-Star in Legacy, and still every now and again sees some Legacy play when the format's in a certain shape, but I don't think it's seen any modern play. Some slivers. And talking about bears, seen a couple of limited decks that were all lands and this. It's just mulliganing aggressively to this. Get a Life from the Loam in there as well. More ephemerates, more stripy lines. Cards currently, because of its inclusion in the Mythic Archive, is probably going to see some play in Historic. Remember being so excited for Unearth. When it's another Skelemental. Get out of here, Skelemental. Of course, Skelemental being a combination of Lightning and Ball Lightning. Cards that owner of Gamers World, Martin Kenny, is in love with. Some of his favorite cards in Magic, so maybe he'll like Lightning Elemental, Skelemental even. We'll have to ask. Look, ooh, Sword of Truth and Justice. Kind of flicked without seeing it, but I love this guy. This guy seeing Legacy play gives me life. That Ninjutsu seeing Legacy play. But Sword of Truth and Justice is a real nice hit here. All the swords, of course, always keep a really good value and are really fun cards to play with throughout the history of Magic. Look at this sad boy. Chiller Pillar. Someone was paid to come up with that name. I want you to reflect on that today. Chiller Pillar. That was someone's job. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that's what's happened. Ooh, one of the big rares of the set. Nice and expensive. Force of Negation. Fantastic. Love to see. This has been a very good box so far. And of course, all you guys have jammed the like and subscribe button, so I'm going to open a foil Urza. Weird card I'm wishing for. I'm pretty sure there's more expensive foils in the set, but I like the idea of a foil Urza. He's the man, you know. He's the dude. Nice and comments and another land. And again, this is why this set is so good, ticking over, just like average rares, these lands, just ticking up the total of your box every time. Eight crab is it's 12 crab now. It does 12 crabs, milk crabs in that modern deck, in that atrocious modern deck. Factor Fiction, very nice printing. That Factor Fiction is a card I have access to in modern. Very happy about that. And Bizarre Trade Mage, which is a card I thought would see a little bit of play in certain value kind of graveyard decks, but has seen exactly none. Exactly none. Dave's wrong about a card in preview season again. Shocker. Absolute shocker. Ooh, Fairy Seer was a nice upgrade for a bunch of decks in Pauper. Rebuild. Again, just probably needed a reprint. I think it was only an uncommon in like Urza's or something. It's not nice when like old uncommons end up being worth infinite money. I think Wizards in general are trying to avoid that. Genesis, ooh, it's one of my favorite cards. I sometimes I love that they change the arts. This time I don't. I really like the original Genesis art. But that's nostalgia, you know. I was in love with that card when I was a kid when I started playing. So you're always gonna kind of lean on those a bit harder. More talismans, we'll take them. Ooh, another mythic, another really good mythic. Hex Shrinker, mythic heavy box it feels. I've jinxed it, obviously. Now I'm not going to open another mythic. That's just how that works. But mythic heavy box. The mythics are always going to feel heavy because you know when you hit a mythic in this set because they're always worth money. So you're like, bing, hit it. You're going to remember every mythic you own. Where sometimes you go to a box, did I even get any mythics? And you scroll back and they're like just random garbage. Like, doesn't matter. Imagine this guy was a mythic. Get out of here. Ooh, foil Sunbake Canyon. Nice hit. That's a nice hit. Just opening a wonder box here. Exclude is also I don't think it's ever going to be good enough, but Exclude is a cool card. I think it's excluding a Phyrexian or what's a card called? Phyrexian. He draws a card. 3-mana guy comes to play, draws a card. I think that's what it's excluding there. Which is a kind of funny reference because I think that card used to be playable. Kaya's Guile. Solid card that I think people kind of wish was playable. Like if that card's playable in a format, the format's very fair. You know, it's a good benchmark for the formats doing fair things. Ooh, open the wrong way up. A lot of commons. Generous Gift was another nice one. It's this uncommon that was ticking up in price because of EDH, and it's still like not no money, but it's nice that they reprint it. Watcher for Tomorrow apparently seeing a bit of modern play at the moment. Ooh, Collector Oof. I think this was a sweet card to have, like in the format. It's fairly hateful, and modern is really designed around these sideboard cards sometimes a bit too much. But if that was an enchantment or an artifact, which it has been, it's a reprint of an artifact with the exact same effect. That's not fun, and that's hard to interact with. But at least now you can just have like a removal spell in your deck to kill Collector Oof. Now it's still completely hosing some decks, but you know, that's your choice. Your choice to play a non-interaction deck. Okay. Winds of Abandon. Seeing some marginal play, like solid card. Feels like that's the comment I'm having a lot here. This card is seeing play. This card is well designed. And I remember hating this set a little bit more, but I think it's just not outliers, but there's 3 or 4 like heinous cards that probably shouldn't have been designed like that. Or like Hogak, like Astrolabe. And it feels like that's what this set's legacy is sometimes going to be a little. But there's so many things they got very right and brought into modern that I'm very happy about, like this guy, Munitions Expert. It's just that the wrongs are so wrong, are so not close. Like, look at this, look at Hogak. Are so wrong that it's deplorable almost, you know. More Stripy Tigers. This grave shifter is nice, kind of reference to grave digger in the art, and then obviously the title and its effect. But future sight, really strong EDH card. Sorry, I will be saying EDH a lot. I do, of course, mean Commander. My old bones, it's hard to change, you know. There'll always be Elder Dragons to me, damn it. Carrion Feeder was also a really nice addition to the format. A real nice reprint and a card I really love. Have we opened all the forces, I think? So red force. We have the black force, we got the white one, we got the blue one. We haven't opened the green one, I guess. So, this is the last pack. Did you jam the like and subscribe button hard enough? We're about to find out. We're about to find out. We've got some big Urza energy coming here. Astrolabe. That's not a good sign. Okay, we got a bit of a Blizzard Strix. Wing Shards. Talisman. Ooh, okay, we got another land. Again, you'll take these all day. These are not cheap. Feels like there's a foil. Is there? One time? No, okay. I keep forgetting, this feels a bit thicker than normal card, so I always think there's an extra card. There was not, but I can't complain. Wonderful box. Again, you guys can grab these on our website, gamersworld.ie. We have plenty in stock, and I think there's a lot of excitement building up to Modern Horizons 2, and people are kind of going back to this set and looking at all the cool cards, and as you can see, value opens you can have in buying those boxes. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell us, do you think this set is going to have a positive or negative kind of lineage through Magic? I think it's positive, but I'm very willing to hear the other argument. See ya.